Are you thinking about moving to Niagara Falls, Ontario? Well, before you pack your boxes, there's a few things you should probably know first. Yes, we're one of the most famous natural wonders of the world, but living here is different from visiting. Today, I'm going to walk you through the real pros and cons of living in Niagara Falls. Now, one of the biggest reasons people move here is the incredible natural beauty. But there's also one downside that surprises a lot of people, and I'll explain that in a minute. Hi everyone, I'm Laurie Zizian with RE/MAX Niagara. I've been helping people buy and sell homes here in Niagara region for more than 2 decades, and many of our clients are relocating from other cities and asking the same question. What is it really like to live in Niagara Falls? So today I'm going to cover housing prices, the rental market, jobs and industries, schools and healthcare, safety, cost of living, tourism and entertainment, and the lifestyle that keeps people here for decades. And later in the video, I'm also going to talk about one of the biggest future developments that could dramatically change Niagara Falls. So let's get started. One of the biggest advantages of living here is the natural beauty. Niagara Falls is stunning year-round. Spring brings blossoms and vineyards wake up. Summer means patios, festivals, and boating. Fall is incredible with the Niagara Park's foliage. The winter creates these amazing frozen ice formations around the falls. You also have incredible outdoor spaces nearby like the Niagara Gorge, Whirlpool hiking trails, Balls Falls Conservation Area, Provincial Short Hills, the Bruce Trail, and the list goes on and on. One of my personal favorites is the Niagara Gorge. When you're hiking down there, it honestly feels like you've stepped into another world. As beautiful as the seasons are, there's one thing about the weather that some people can find challenging, and I'll explain that. Between those beautiful seasons, we sometimes get what locals call the gray period. Late winter and early spring can feel a little dingy and overcast. The snow's gone, but the sunshine hasn't fully returned yet. Now, it doesn't last forever, but sometimes people relocating from the sunnier climates definitely notice. The good news is once the weather breaks, Niagara absolutely comes alive, and that leads to one of the biggest perks of living here. Because Niagara Falls is one of the biggest tourist destinations in North America, there's always something happening. Some of the big attractions include Niagara helicopters, the Hornblower boat tours, Falls View Casino Resorts, Clifton Hill Entertainment District, museums and attractions, fireworks over the falls. You also have the Butterfly Conservatory, wineries minutes away, and incredible parks along the Niagara Parkway. So the lifestyle here can feel almost like being on vacation. But of course, there's a trade-off, and this is one of the cons that locals talk about a lot. With millions of visitors every year, Niagara Falls gets busy, especially in the summer. Areas around Clifton Hill and Niagara Falls can get very crowded. Traffic increases, restaurants fill up quickly. But the interesting thing is that most locals quickly learn the quiet neighborhoods and quiet spots where you can enjoy the city without the crowds. And speaking of neighborhoods, let's talk about the housing market because this is one of the biggest reasons people move here. One of the major advantages of Niagara Falls compared to large Ontario cities is affordability. The average home in Niagara region is around the $600,000 range, depending on the property and location. For people moving from Toronto and other major cities, that often means getting much more home for their money. You can still find detached homes, semi-detached homes, condos, character properties, new subdivisions, investment properties. But stay with me because in a moment I'm going to be talking about something that's going to dramatically improve healthcare in Niagara, and it's especially important for retirees and baby boomers. This is a big one. The new South Niagara Hospital is currently under construction and is expected to open around 2028. It will be a modern regional hospital serving Niagara Falls, Fort Erie, and surrounding communities. For people considering retirement in Niagara, having a brand new healthcare facility nearby is a major benefit. And healthcare isn't the only thing improving here. The local economy is also evolving. Niagara Falls has several industries supporting the local economy. The biggest sectors include tourism and hospitality, healthcare, education, manufacturing, and logistics. Major employers in the region include Niagara Health, tourism operators, education institutions, and manufacturing companies across the Niagara region. But what many people don't realize is that the local economy is also expected to grow because of the future development plans that could reshape the city. I'll explain that in a minute. For families moving here, education is an important consideration. Niagara Falls is served by several school boards, including the District School Board of Niagara, Niagara Catholic District School Board. You also have nearby post-secondary institutions like Brock University and Niagara College. Both schools attract students from across Canada and also internationally. One of the advantages of living in Niagara Falls is its location. You're about 1 hour from Toronto, 20 minutes from Buffalo, 30 minutes from St. Catharines, and major highways like the QEW and the 406 make commuting relatively easy. And that accessibility is one reason why Niagara continues to grow. There's been increasing discussions about expanding Niagara Falls as a global entertainment destination. Premier Doug Ford has talked about developing the region into more of an international tourist hub, sometimes compared to mini Vegas. That could include expanded entertainment venues, tourism infrastructure, and even discussions about expanding airport access in the region. If those plans move forward, it could bring even more jobs and economic growth to Niagara Falls. Like any city, Niagara Falls has different types of neighborhoods, but many areas are very family-friendly and quiet, especially places like Stamford, North Niagara Falls, and Chippewa. Many people who live here are surprised by how strong the sense of community is. And this last pro is something that keeps people here long-term, the lifestyle. Where else can you hike in the Niagara Gorge in the morning, visit wineries in the afternoon, and watch fireworks over the falls at night? Niagara Falls offers a lifestyle that blends nature, entertainment, and community. And for many people, once they move here, they never want to leave. So, is Niagara Falls the perfect place to live? Like anywhere, it has its pros and cons, but for many people, the natural beauty, affordability, and lifestyle make it an incredible place to call home. And if you're thinking about buying, selling, or relocating to the Niagara region, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to help.